And that offends me. That offends me greatly. Just offends me. Can't really say much about it. I lose every time we try these decks. Also, I actually think that Chain Whirler is actually super good in these decks, because even if you draw it past Flame of Keld, it's like a 3-point Wrath in a way. It's like kind of like a Sweltering Suns type of thing. And a Shock. So I think like that synergy is like really good. I don't think Scavenging Grounds are particularly good right now, but like I said, I want to try this like that. Hey, who cares? What's up? Being like 2 defeats and 2 Magma Sprays seems weird too, with as many red decks as they are around. Like, feels like you just want more defeats. This hand's a pretty clear keep. Especially when opponent's already mulliganed. Have all of our wizards in this hand for Wizards of Lightning. What? Offended. Guess you're gonna slap me for one, but that's okay. Already sad that there's no Chain Whirler in this deck. That didn't take long. Did not take long. Feels like it's going to be hard to get past these. Huh. Okay. Is this going to be less hard than I expected? Trying to save this. I know I could have used it to like counterspell this Arcane Flight, but feels just like it's going to do more damage over the long run. Or that I can just like use it on another turn to get a blocker out of the way, which just kind of feels more important to me. Like right now, using it would just feel more important, I think. Problem is, like, no matter what I do here, he can just buy both of these back at the minimum next turn. So, like, he... Probably going to sack the grounds if he eats this, which is going to suck. I'm not super sure why. Like, I think it's good in this deck, but I'm just trying the Grand Prix list, so... It feels like we've used almost all of our resources now, and that he's not really did anything. Alright, he's done. I do think, I think I would personally rather have Chain Whirler in this deck, but I guess this gives them an excuse not to play a billion lands. Like, there's only the 20. That being said, it feels like we want this, and this, and these in this match. I think this card's considerably less good here. Feels like they just have so many things that they can block with. It's kind of the same thing for the Earthshaker Kenra. Just don't want to play things that they can block 1 for 1. One land on the draw. I guess we can keep a 1 land? Like, we can kill a couple of threats and then possibly just draw a 2nd land, and it might be hard for them just to deal with that. It's a 20 land deck. On the draw, I think you can keep a 1 land hand if you have a bunch of playable spells. Alright. Maybe keeping a 1 land hand was bad. Maybe it was very bad. Actually, I don't think it was bad. It feels like a win for me. Pretty easily kill the one that lets them draw more cards before I worry about killing something like this. Oh, what fun. Oh, apparently what real fun. And now we're dead. Well, I guess we can still draw a land and not give up. It's not clearly really uphill from here, though. Not particularly close to that yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this one. Okay, that doesn't change too much. Yeah. It's kind of weird to me that they still have, that was a good draw. So you're playing more lands than me. You've drawn 3 more cards than me, and I've still drawn more lands than you? Or still drawn roughly the same amount of lands than you, just one different, rather? How good would Chain Whirler be right now, though? Like, we could legitimately win if we just had Chain Whirler. Look at those back-to-backs. It's pretty hard for us to win now. And that's 3 good draw steps in a row for our opponent. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want any of this stuff. This is the one thing that I would consider. I don't think it's good when we only have 20 lands. I just don't think this match is going to go that long on average. Alright, this hand's fine. Obviously, I have 4 lands this time in our 20 land deck when we couldn't hit a land last time, but that is just how it goes sometimes. So I pretty much kill anything they can play because I want to cast a Crasher. Hope that they're not on Essence Scatters on top of everything else they've showed us. I think it'd be hard for them to be. That card's aggravating. Aggravating is a clap. Because the way they played this game, I would imagine they have a dive down too. Okay, I guess they don't. I'm going to save the Braid because there's just almost feels to me like there's no chance they're not going to play a better threat than that, and their 1/1 Vigilance doesn't do anything. It neither attacks nor blocks right now. Sure. Doesn't mean like we got buried in cards here. Somehow. Like, I legitimately don't know how we're down this many cards. Do they still have 4 cards in their hand? That's a good one. Yeah, having Vigilance is annoying. That card's real annoying. How do you just have a million cards here? Alright. So we start by attacking. I'm willing to trade this for anything he has. So have a good turn next turn. It's kind of odd that they put it on that one, but I guess they want the card. So it's technically enough to kill them if they have nothing. And they can't block everything we have, even if it isn't. Flame of Keld doing Flame of Keld things. Hey, Duretti. How'd your RPTQ go, or is it the one that's still coming up? Even if we didn't hit burn spells, like, this is Menace, so it takes 2 things to block, plus 2 things to block. We get in at a minimum of 4 damage. Well, they gain 1, but... So we get in a minimum 3 damage this turn, 2 damage, but yeah, whatever. 2 damage with the lifelink added on, but... Flame of Kells! They do work well when you draw multiples. How cute! 2/2 dropped. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. What decks did you guys end up using? Blue-white control, red-black aggro, and Sultai mid-range. Interesting. We're playing versus Mr. Buck Nasty over here. Which one'd you end up playing out of the 3? So we have no burn spells, but I think we still keep this hand. It's like aggressive enough, I guess. I really do not like the Scavenging Grounds in this deck, even though they were good game 1. Or, yeah, game 1, round 1, they were good. Still doesn't mean I like it. Supposedly the Flame of Keld decks beat the non-Flame of Keld decks, but I don't know how true that is. So you played the blue-white approach deck? Would kill for Chain Whirler to be my deck. How do I keep drawing 4 lands in a 20 land deck when the past couple days I've been playing 26 and 27 land decks and can't draw 3? This is either the second or third time in just 4 games. It's wild. I also find it odd that they would use an Abrade to try to save a Beaumont Courier when they can probably expect that we're playing Flame of Keld or whatever. Which we are. If we are, then saving this card just seems pretty medium in general. I don't know which one of these I'm supposed to kill. I feel like I can beat that one. That I can't ever beat this first striker, is what it feels like to me. Just make him attack this. What's 1 point of damage? Nice, man. Did you hit anything sweet? You said that was the first box you've bought, right? There's no hazard in this deck either. Well, I guess I missed a point of damage for no reason. Well, I guess might make him exert. No exert. Doesn't care. It's fine by me. I guess we're trying to race. How do we race if he has Hazard in a land, though? Like, we just, like, physically can't win if he has Hazard in a land, right? So I guess if he has Hazard in a land, any burn spell wins for us. There's no reason just to leave one back unless you can kill the Crasher. This is a situation where you attack with both or neither. Not good. If it has a burn spell, I'm just not going to win this game. Five mythics total. Oh, Rakinley Phoenix. That thing's pretty sweet. A Galta. Oh, you got all the dinos. Oh, that was pretty good. That card kills me. Well, that's kind of lame. Opponent's taking a long time to kill me when I'm dead on board. Wayward Sword. 3 Wayward Swords Truth, 1 being foil. It's not a bad foil for a rare. Yeah, I'm dead on board, opponent. Don't. just kill me, opponent. You're taking a long time to kill me when I'm dead on board. That seems okay, Fareed. That's not too bad at all. Just make exert and I die. Since he's taking so long, I'm going to make him do it. Like, maybe he just doesn't see it. No, he sees it. Okay, we're dead. Like, I'm supposed to attack with this, right? Cool. Glad it took you so long to kill me. Well, we'd have probably won if we got to untap. We definitely want these. I think we want these, but I'm not sure. Maybe we want these. Sideboard this deck. Huh. I guess they're definitely on Chain Whirlers, so we can just get rid of these X spells. Getting rid of X spells, I guess we'll bring these back. I don't know if we can get rid of the X spells though. This might just be asking to lose. I say X spells, but I meant one toughness spells. Alright, well this hand's not remotely playable, and it's now, in 5 games, our 5th 4-landish draw. In a 20-land deck. which in my mind is absurd. I legitimately don't even know how it's possible. It's at least a third. It may be fourth. I could be exaggerating. It could just be third. I guess killing that's fine, even though it like seems kind of cruddy. Missing 3 points of damage this turn, but getting the Harvester out's probably worth it overall. Say it's the third. I know it's been 3 games in a row. I just couldn't remember the first 2 games. I guess one of those games we just never drew a land at all, so it wasn't that one. So it was all the way back to the first game. Yeah, I don't remember the first game, so you're probably right. It's probably just the last 3 games in a row, which is making it seem like it's like that. We've lost this game too, by the way. We're not going to win this game. He's still at 17. We'd have to draw like Flame of Keld this turn and it'd be good. Instead, we draw Gifu Lava Runner and it's not good. I guess I have to attack Chandra because he's at 17 life. This is an easy block for him, by the way, because I don't have another instant or sorcery in the graveyard. This can never get 2 power, so it's just like a free block that I'm just trying to hope he messes up on. Guess what? He did not mess up. But I can't win this game, so like I've definitely mentally checked out of a game that I have 0% to win at this point. I'm just holding cards because holding cards is cute. In fact, there's a good chance that I'm just going to untap and concede. JK, we didn't even get to the untapping part. Alright. I wouldn't get annoyed flooding out these few games if it wasn't for the past 2 days in a row on stream. We've been playing 3 days in a row. We've been playing 25 to 27 land decks and we can't even draw 3. Another 4 land hand. The 4th in a row. And I don't think you can mulligan these hands. Like, even though this is 4 lands, I think this hand's relatively good. I think it gets a lot better if they can't kill Karizev. It gets a lot worse if they can kill Karizev or have like a snake. Oh, there's a snake. So the game's over? Probably. Yeah. People yell at me when I kill snakes. I still think killing snakes is right. By the way, the odds of having 4 land in your opening hand in a 20 land deck is like 60%. Or sorry, 16%. So the fact we've done it 4 times in a row should actually blow minds. Well, one of my YouTube videos would disagree with you, Smurf. Let's see if I can find the comments without playing too much background noise. Still like really far behind, but maybe Flame of Kill will get it. Ah, here we go. Whoops. Trying to mark their name out. So the last time I played Burn, I got this message. And then I got... Here, I'll just copy it below the message. Then I got this one with the same guy telling me that I'm never supposed to kill their creatures and stuff. That I suck as a Magic player. It's meant to be damage to the face and nothing else. Anyway, back to the game. Nobody cares. Whoops. Gotta play the creature first. My bad. I'm gonna attack for both because I don't really care if he blocks out or one of these. And I want to give him less things to put counters on in case he does draw a Gear Hulk. So, like, him blocking's probably good. I don't want him just to end up with, like, a 4/4 blocker. I thought about just attacking with the Kenra and, like, hoping he blocks. But, like, if he's got a Gear Hulk in his hand, he probably doesn't make a block that way. If he has a Gear Hulk in his hand, he probably does make a block if I attack with both. And I want the Chupacabra off the table. That's a good draw. Huh. Interesting. I actually didn't expect that one. I'm gonna cast this one too. Just in case we draw nothing relevant on our next turn, or in case he makes a play that lets the Kenra be correct to play. Because there's a good chance that he doesn't think about what the Fanatical Firebrand can do. I'd rather do 3 damage to his face than worry about that. That's unfortunate. Still just want to do the damage to his head while we can. It puts him to a point to where like any burn spell can theoretically win. Or like a bad attack or something can maybe let the Earthshaker come down and do stuff. There's the Gear Hulk that we've been thinking about. So it looks like we're going to have to draw a burn spell. We're going to have to draw it fast. Because we're certainly not going to get very many turns here. That one doesn't do it, does it? Oh. And if he's got a removal spell, we're dead. Well, that sucks. I thought we had this game. I thought we've been in a lead for a while. Any removal spell, we're dead. Just don't slow road opponent. Oh. Well, we're dead to that, too. Tilt. Definitely want this. Definitely want this. I don't think I want shocks in general here. I just want these. Drop to the 1600s. I don't love red. It didn't work out for us last time we kept it, but I'm again going to keep a one land hand. Mulliganing and expecting to find a better mix of spells than this and the correct number of lands just doesn't feel probable. Just play a snake, please. Or, sorry, elf, please. Sure. Well, that's unfortunate. So our last 6 games have been 1 land, 4 lands, 4 lands, 4 lands, 4 lands, 1 land. Not 100% sure this game's over. Just like making comments in general. I feel like we just get more damage out of the creatures than just like throwing burn at their head. So they put that in the graveyard and they kept that. Why did I not attack when? Hold on, guys. I have to go AFK. guess I will make attempts to communicate while we try to figure this out. That's unfortunate. I can't really kill that thing. Huh. Well, drat. I certainly can't kill it twice. The heck are they playing? I've not saw a Sunscourge champion in ages. Is this like an Eternalized deck? It is an Eternalized deck. I just have no chance then, do we? I guess we could hit really good. And theoretically, if he doesn't have anything going on here, he's at, 11 life. We have 4 draw steps, so... Assumed I'll be able to get rid of the Flame of Keld or something, though. Yeah, that's about what I expected. A positive note is that card doesn't matter too much. It matters in this particular situation, but the card itself doesn't matter too much. Because that feels like way too many resources. It just feels like way too many resources. Like I don't think the Kari Zev's monkey token would do more than 5 damage versus an average opponent. So I would rather just have the 5 damage. Well, 7 damage technically because I was expecting the Firebrand to be successful. So I'm probably scooping, but that's okay. Think these cards become better? Maybe flying things become better? These things get a lot worse. I only brought them in because I was expecting gifts. I am no longer expecting gifts, so let's try something like this. I wonder if I could have just brought this in instead. Keep. But primarily the only time that I use burn spells on creatures is when I think my creatures will deal more damage than the burn spells. That's my usual, anyway. Like that I'll kill. Huh. Now I kind of don't want to kill it. I kind of just want to play this and kill it next turn. Could kill the priest here if he blocks the Soulscar Mage. Alright, he didn't. So that would have been out the window even if I wanted to. I doubt he's making a token this turn. Which is why I didn't mind to wait one turn on that. That's unfortunate. But now we're in the sky, so that helps. They've kind of locked up the ground. They've locked it up pretty hard. Suppose I could kill the champion, and then when he buys it back, like, shock it in response and make it smaller and they'll gain less life, but... honestly not sure if that's worth it. Now that one could be a problem. I really do just kind of want to kill that right now. And the main reason I want to kill that right now is because... wait. It should have got a +1/+1 counter, right? Or -1/-1. I don't know why I said +1/+1. See you, Juka. Sorry that the night was kind of like poopy. So we get wrecked pretty hard here by a Fumigate. I'm just kind of hoping to dodge a Fumigate one turn. Feel like we've got a really good chance if there's no Fumigate, no Settle. Alright, well they have it, clearly. I guess we just can't win then. I don't actually understand what just happened anyway. Like, is what happened with the Champion of Witch just a bug? Like, if the Soul Scar Mage gave it +1 or -1/-1, shouldn't he have drawn less cards? Or is there something I'm not understanding from that? A mental health dude? That doesn't sound fun. Well, I can't cast everything. Suppose I could attack and see if he blocks. I don't think he's likely to. Well, I guess maybe he is likely to. So he likes all the cards in his hand enough that he didn't just buy back the Sunscourge Champion? Kind of hoping to run kind of hot here and them not have an answer to the Flame of Keld. Four mana sorcery speed cards like Ixalan's Binding seem kind of weird to me to still have in a deck versus a deck like ours. Anyway, we're definitely going to lose this game. Like, this game is just over. We have 0 outs. There's like some chance that we draw a creature and this thing just attacks 4 turns before the game's over, but like that doesn't seem particularly likely to me. I did not get to go to the RPTQ, no. Alright, that's enough for me to concede. Alright, we'll play out this last match and then concede to whoever. Get out of here, phone. Nobody cares. Opponent mulliganed. I don't think most of my pictures are not stream friendly. They're definitely not stream friendly. I assume that means he has some kind of like burn spell and my Kenra's gonna die. Just in case it's Goblin Chain Whirler only, I'm gonna hold back the Fanatical Firebrand to throw at his head. Just playing a red deck and not playing Goblin Chain Whirler seems absolutely wrong. In every metric of the word. It doesn't even feel to me like it's a reasonable decision. Kind of want to use this Wizard's Lightning on their head, but maybe some chance that I use it on something else. All depends on what their last cards are. I don't care a lot about Karn. You 100% get a mountain, which means you get Glorybringer next turn. Ugh. Glorybringer next turn might be enough to swing this game. Probably have to kill the Chain Whirler. Oh, cool. I guess I don't have to kill the Chain Whirler. Well, that's fun. I do have to use this, though. So next turn, we're probably just dead. I guess we're not just dead. That would use all of his mana. We're dead if he has a 1 mana burn spell. Or draws a 1 mana burn spell. Could also just attack with a Soulscar Mage and force him to throw the Chamber or throw like the Heart of Kirin under it. Does that get me anywhere? I don't think that gets me anywhere because I think that we have an okay chance of drawing like maybe 2 3-point burn spells, but we're definitely not likely to draw 3 burn spells, so we probably need this Fanatical Firebrand for his face. So he's going to get the Glorybringer, he's got to land. Gonna attack for 11. 11 doesn't kill us. Just basically kills us. Guess we're taking 11. If he's got a shock, we're dead. Guess dying to a shock was irrelevant, but if he had a shock, he could have killed us anyway. He could have drew it that turn, though, right? Well, that card does nothing, and 2 lands. Alright, well, we're supposed to beat the red decks, and we're just easily getting crushed by red decks. We got crushed by the red deck that plays 5 and 6 drops. Okay, those don't seem great. These don't seem great because Earthshaker's too good. I'll bring in at least some number of these. Kinda want them all. I just think Fanatical Firebrand's a bust here. Pretty large bust. Can't keep these hands. Guess we'll keep this one and hope. I'd have been willing to keep 1 land there. If I knew I wasn't going to draw any more land. But I don't know that we're not going to draw any more lands, so. Letting me untap seems bad. Because if I'd drawn a second Wizard's Lightning, I could have just thrown them both at his head, and I would have. To clear the way for this Flame of Keld. But opponent never punished. And he's got a burn spell now, too. Because he started to tap mana a second ago. Well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know what he was tapping mana for. Oh, I was right. He did have a burn spell. He just took 3 damage for no reason. Well, it feels right to be right. Oh, cool. Probably can't beat that unless we draw one of our 4 braids. Just casting this one. I don't think our Harvester would ever get to block this game anyway. I think our Harvester literally does nothing. I think we literally have to find a way to deal 20 more damage to him to win. Well, that ain't how that happens. Can we concede yet? Right on time. Let's deal 7 to you. Pretty sure if all 4 of these cards were still lands, like lands like he's still a favorite to outdraw us over the course of the game. Our actual only chance is like draw Flame of Keld into Flame of Keld before he draws a creature. And there's only 2 Flame of Kelds in our deck, so that's clearly not likely. And he's missing land drops, so like most of those are spells. Have to throw at least one of these at his head. It top 4 to Grand Prix. I'm just not drawing lands and I'm not drawing spells. Like almost every game. Like we've drawn, we had a stretch where in 7 games we drew 5/4 land hands and 2 1 land hands. Like those are 10 to 16% draws, and to hit 7 of them in a row is insane. Hey Buttons, thanks for the host. Unfortunately, we're about to log off. The deck feels fine, like it supposedly beats these red decks and stuff. It's not looking like it. We did get paired versus the Eternalized Lifelink deck too. Like, can we really hold that against this deck? So we lost to 2 red decks and that. Like, we can't really hold that against the decks. Take care, Buttons. How does he not have a creature yet? I'm not even bothering attacking. It's a waste of my time to attack. Oh. You're not a Flame of Keld. Could have got him for 3. It doesn't feel to me like that does anything. Apparently we should have got him for 3. Don't like bringing in duresses versus decks that are basically playing burn spells. Because, like, you don't have a whole lot of black sources, so you drawing them early enough in the game for it to matter doesn't feel very likely. If he breaks, like, 3 more times and we hit a Flame of Keld, we can still win. This does not look like bricking. I will cast you. I think I'm going to run this deck back out of anger that it did so bad. He sideboarded in multiple murder, or multiple cutting ribbons. Alright, let's run it back, because I like misery. Alright, fine. Well, 0 lander into 1 lander, keep. I guess we keep that. I don't have a burn spell, so I guess we'll play this and then double 1 drop of haste next turn. Cool. Another red deck. How does this deck beat Chain Whirler? Does anybody know? Like, what is our plan versus Chain Whirler? Just them not draw it? We have 12 X1s in our deck. I can't even attack. Entire offense shut down. Get enough damage in early for what? Like, we were on to play. We played 3 spells by turn 2 and it just didn't matter. I mean, I don't think we can get more damage in than what we did early. We literally played 3 spells on turn 2 on the play. How do we do more damage than that? I'm saving this because maybe it's better to throw a Flame of Keld at them later. I guess I'm blocking then. I take it back. I'm not saving it. If he wasn't attacking, I was saving it. Untap land? Hey, this thing can attack. Cool. Oh. Guess I could have saved that to next turn. to get a trigger off of it, since there's literally nothing that our Flame of Kel is going to do anyway. But considering this game's over, like I've kind of like mentally checked out, I always turn my brain over when we're on 0%ers. Should be working. Wonder if we would have won this game if we hadn't had to mulligan and then get a one-lander. Alright, well. I simply do not know how a deck with 12 X1s is even playable. We don't even have enough cards to bring in. Like, I'm having to bring these in because our other cards are bad. Sorry about that. I guess we keep it. We just sideboard out most of our creatures, so drawing creatures isn't something that I feel like is going to happen a lot. Maybe we'll just try to throw all, like, 5 of these points of burn in my hand to their face. No, our only consistent point of damage. Long story short, the game's over. Unless we draw like Flame of Keld and do some obscene things. Well, I don't care about Outer of My Braid, really. Again, I find this card really awkward to sideboard in. Considering conceding? Pretty sure I'm just conceding next turn. I guess we won't. If he doesn't have a third land, Flame of Keld, maybe. Hey, he's got to discard something. Who trades you 3 of my land for 3 more spells? Go Flame of Keld, you can do it. And our opponent immediately taps out and plays like a Effort Spear Harvester, and we regret life. A braid doesn't work on faces, unfortunately. Oh, there's the Harvester, as predicted. At least he takes 2 damage this turn, even if he has a thing. Which I would wager on him having a thing. Problem is, if this gains life next turn, we just don't have any outs. No, there isn't. This thing attacks, we just don't have an out. They have a removal spell for this. Then we're super dead. Sure would like those braids back. And if he doesn't have a removal spell. He does. Why wouldn't he? No, Burn's not an out here because he missed a million land drops. So you can pretty much guarantee that there's removal spells in his hand. And he's just going to gain 6 or 3 life next turn. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for the follow. Like, technically it's an out, but like, you can infer from the game what's going to happen. There was just no way this card was dealing damage. He would not have attacked if this card could have dealt damage. So you could telegraph that he had a removal spell. Just he would not have attacked if he could deal damage, or if he couldn't kill that. He would have just held back a blocker. He wouldn't leave himself quote unquote dead on board to like a burn spell. I think if you're going to play Flame of Keld, you really want Goblin Charbelcher in your deck. Because, like, Charbelcher after a Flame of Keld is just too powerful. Like, it's a Sweltering Sun to clear it away. Even if it doesn't win the game, it saves you damage. It does damage to Planeswalkers, creatures, and players. Just don't think you want to play this card without the Chain Whirler. Double Flame of Keld's already kind of a mulligan, but we're going to keep it because Flame of Keld's so important to the deck. Nope, this is the Grand Prix top 4 list. I'm assuming Donald had Chain Whirler, but I didn't look at his list. This is the Grand Prix top 4 list. It just seems horribly misbuilt. I'm 100% casting the Flame of Keld next turn if I don't draw, like, a 2 or 3 drop creature. So I'd rather just go ahead and get the point of damage in here. I can't kill a snake with it anyway, and I wouldn't kill anything smaller than a snake, so. That's unfortunate. I'm not willing to throw 3 points of burn away. Almost would rather just have 2 cards in the flame, but the flame's going to give me 2 cards anyway. Donald seems to me like somebody who builds decks correctly, so I would just wager he had Chain Whaler. Not to sound offensive or anything. I know that sounds very offensive, but it's true. There's a snake. GG. Alright, well. Now we try the can we get there game. Can we now get incredibly lucky? Pretty happy trading that. Just getting something off the board before the Gearholt comes down seems relevant. I think I'd kill a Chain Whirler next turn. Or I think I'd kill a Winding Constrictor next turn. Like, how good is just a Chain Whirler this turn? Even if, like, it doesn't kill the Winding Constrictor, but, like, we're drawing 3 cards in our turn, and how good would drawing a Chain Whirler be? So not playing that card baffles me. So he's at 8. Assume he's going to trade to Glint for this. That's definitely fine. May just want to draw a card if his hand's weak too. Okay, well. Go ahead and play this. In case we draw a Crasher. Even if he manages to kill this, it only turns off shocks. But it turns on what do you call it? It turns on took a point of damage that turn. I think I'm still going to hit him just because shocks can still win. Glory B seems like too much. Has seems okay. I think you can play Hazret with just 20-some. Alright, any burn spell wins. That's not a burn spell. Does get a counter off the Walking Ballista, though. That doesn't help. So the opponent's going to go to 4, and we have to survive 2 attacks. We cannot survive 2 attacks. So we have no out now. So we're just dead on board. We'll draw our card for the fun of it. I'll land anyway. Guess we want these here, and probably these. For bringing in those, I think I'm going to get rid of the shocks. We'll get rid of some of these Fanatical Firebrands too. Like, I don't like any of these 1-drops versus snakes either. It's just kind of just like a problem. Just gonna get rid of them all. Try to go as big as we humanly can with this deck. I just don't like these X1s versus snakes. I don't even like this one, but it has haste, so I guess I'll try it. Sure, this sounds fine. This sounds actually kind of good. This card's awkward, but I think it should just be a mountain. Like, even if I'm not playing Chain Whirler, I think this should just be a mountain. Wild Growth Walker. What a sideboard card. I wonder if that's good enough to beat the red decks. I'm gonna doubt it. Hey, we didn't draw the lands this game. This card looks real stupid in our hand now. Please, sir, no blossoming defense. If you have one, we can give up. You have Rishkar on top? Interesting one to leave on top. Guess that means you're wanting to double spell next turn? Nope, single spell. Odd. Keep assuming we're going to draw a land, but it's not looking like that assumption's ever going to be true. Thought about just casting Flame of Keld there. So his hand has to be full of Gearhulks because he played this last turn. I'm pretty sure he probably drew that. He's definitely getting a Gearhulk next turn. Okay then. So you're saying we need a land. That's not a land, so what can we do? Can a Braid attack with all? Feels like the most damage I can deal. And the only block he has that isn't a complete trade... Oh, shoot. I didn't see this was a 4-3. Wow, I'm so bad. I thought this was a 3-2 as well, because when I looked over here, I saw the land that I must have forgot to clear from the previous turn. That's like a game cost... this game was probably a game that we were going to probably lose anyway, but like that just compounds it to a pretty drastic point. At least if they cast that Gearhulk, it uses the vast majority of their mana, so like the Crasher's really good. just going to take 1 if I make this attack, so I can't really make the attack. Can't really get rid of the Wizard's Lightning either, though, because it represents 3 damage. I ought to put no counters on the Gear Hulk when Abrades are in my deck. I don't want to attack with the Lavamancer because I don't want Lavamancer to die. Like, I think Lavamancering dying is one of the quickest ways I can lose this game. And the Scavenging Grounds not being a mountain could potentially cost us this game. Like, if this Scavenging Grounds was a mountain, we could just throw 3 damage at him. I mean, Chandra is a minimum of 2 turns away from being cast. I'm not worried about Chandra one bit if I'm him. So making that not block doesn't do anything. He's got 13, 21 damage, but I have 2 blockers. I guess this is the best thing I can do. There's a chance that Chandra is not good enough on its own, and that we may never draw to land, so I'd rather just do this and draw 3 cards. Right. No more Explorer, please. We're dead to Walking Ballista. We're not dead to a removal spell. We have to be dead to Walking Ballista. I've not done the math, but... No, I guess we're probably not dead to Walking Ballista. Yeah, we're not dead to Walking Ballista. Sweet. I hadn't did the math, I was just talking. If we win this game, by the way, it's just plain ridiculous. He drew 3 of these. How does our deck beat this card if we don't have the removal spell when he plays it? I thought he played 3 of them. There it is. Yeah, he played 3 of them. Ha! Great. Oh, we take 19 damage of this attack. I'll probably attack with them all. Make me block. It's just 19, right? Yep, sure. Is that it? Nope. Did we get here? We did. Online, ready to party. Wonder if this card's actually good enough versus them. It's kind of hard to block. It's real slow. I don't think this card's very good, though. I don't think a lot of our cards are very good. It's kind of a problem. Sure, let's slow our deck down even more. This hand's good. With the exception, you know, we can't kill a snake, and killing a snake I think is the most important part of the deck. But other than that, the hand's good. Yeah, I agree with you, Lunzer. I think the Scavenging Grounds seem pretty medium. And when I say medium, I really just want to say super bad. and not the really funny movie. Just like super bad. At least I thought the movie was funny. Oh my! Our opponent kept a hand. Alright, we need to draw lands and we need a way to beat a snake. No, don't kill that, bro. Things are going bad. Homie. Think about just casting Flame of Keld. Wait, why are you killing this one? I don't really want to cast Flame of Keld, though, because I feel like he's going to cast an 8/8. I really feel like he's just going to cast an 8/8. And if he casts an 8/8, he's dead. That's not an 8/8. That just kills me. Alright, so we're now officially dead. But we didn't draw anything that could kill this the entire game anyway. Now we're just officially dead because we can't beat his sideboard plan. Or we can't beat his sideboard plan. We have no out to his sideboard plan. Sure. I guess I'll take it. How many Explore creatures does he have? Does he have like the full set of Branch Walkers? Because we've only saw one cast in 3 games. If this is just for Jadelight Rangers, I don't like it. If he's got a bunch of Explore things, I think it's kind of great. I don't know what's in his deck, but it's kind of neat to make that a 5/7. You're gonna leave. He's not leaving it on defense. If he's not leaving it on defense, that means he's probably just casting Gearhulk, Gearhulk. If you're not going to leave it on defense, why didn't you just make it 7 power and bash? Alright, well, this could be our last game of the night. We've not come particularly close to winning any of these games, really. Did we win our first match tonight and then, like, lose 6 in a row now? Seems fun. But yeah, like, this is not my build of the deck. It's the Grand Prix build of the deck, and it looks horrendous to me. I could just be sideboarding it wrong, but I think I'm making pretty decent in-game decisions. I've not felt I've did anything majorly wrong tonight. Some mistakes here and there, but not great. What would I play for a team RPTQ? Probably just like a McDarby style mono red deck with like no frills, just like straight red. Not his exact 75, but something similar to that. I would probably play blue-black mid-range deck. And like probably Stompy or green-white or something. I really think the blue-white deck's super good. It's another red deck. Again, people tell me we're supposed to beat the red deck, but I don't know how we're supposed to beat the red deck, because like when you look at our hand right now, like just turn 3, he's going to kill both of our Kenras, and the game's going to be over. Assuming we play our Kenras. I'm willing to trade this for a Kenra just because, or for his Soulscar Mage, just because I don't think it does much more than that. Actually going to throw this at his head because we don't have a third mana any damn way. So I just want to deal some damage while I can. I assume this thing's dying next turn. Just in case he wants to attack and try to block. It could just be Chandra or something. Like, I feel like we have to race. Wouldn't have minded to draw a land there to try to make our next turn better. Don't have two things. Alright, he had two things, so now we can't even race. That was a tilt. We don't have an out. For anybody who's not paying attention, we have 0 out. Our only out is he messes up. And he's currently not messing up, so... that was basically our only out. I really think all of these X ones again are just terrible versus these decks. Just don't think these things do anything. I don't really want those either. I would still rather just have Kari's expertise. Like, we can't protect those. Dealing 2 damage isn't going to be good. We can't block. I feel sorry for you then if this looks like the deck you're playing. You can't go to face when they have blockers out. Your creatures will deal more damage than 1 burn spell. Like, throwing a shock at his face when I can throw a shock at a creature and try to do extra damage with the Soulscar Mage or whatever just doesn't seem right. Like right now, I can throw a shock at his face, or I can guaranteed get 2 damage with the Soulscar Mage and remove a creature. Like, you just can't go face in spots like that. Tormented Voice might be okay. That's just weird. It's not about risk. I think I've taken. I'm not sure that I've taken any very risky plays or any value plays. I feel like I've taken like basically just the only plays that I could make. Like right now, it's just better to attack with this. The odds that this Effort Spirit Harvester deals damage just seem so low that it's not pointless. I would rather get a guaranteed point of damage than a hypothetical 3. If he ticks down, we have a million things that kill Chandra, which seems good, but we'll probably ignore Chandra. Well, Harvester doing nothing. We did sideboard out a bunch of creatures. Guess this is a game that, we also drew more lands than spells this game. You keep saying you shouldn't play for value, but we're not playing for value. We're just playing. And we can't beat that ever. Alright, well, 0-3. We're now 1-7 with the deck. Let's keep playing just to say we're playing. I think you're just trolling me and trying to get under my skin, but it's not going to work because I just don't really care. Sorry, bub. I'm pretty untrollable. Apparently somebody called Gangsta Jim. Yeah, Gangsta Jim followed me and I missed it. But thank you, Gangsta Jim. I mean, keep in mind, I did not build this deck. This is a Grand Prix Top 4 deck that I'm just testing. Which means I'm pretty unwilling to make any changes to it. When I try Top 8 lists, I just play their lists. Like, if I was tuning a deck for the meta, we would just be deleting this deck and starting somewhere else. Because the deck just feels more cute than good. Like, I think its problems can make it better, but I think, like, if you work on the problems of this deck list, you can make the deck list better, but I don't think this deck list can ever be a tier 1 list. And this is, like, the second or third Flame of Kel deck we've tried as well. Like, this isn't... We've played some in the past that had Chain Whirlers. We played some with Hazards. We played one with a blue-red Wizard's shell. It seemed pretty cool, but I just don't think any of these decks can be tier 1. They're just... They just seem like they're draw dependent and they don't mulligan well, even if you have a better constructed list. Whereas, like, you can just play mono red. Like say this deck goes at 80 miles per hour. You can just, like, play mono red and go at 75 miles an hour and have more consistent draws. And that just seems like it's better. Like, too many things can just go wrong when you play this type of list. Or you can play red-black and go 60 miles per hour and have effectively no bad matches. Not sure there's, like, an awful match for red-black. There's some matches that you're, like, 40% versus, or, you know, maybe 45% versus, but I don't think there's, like, no 80-20 matches for red-black in the format. I'm just like making random statements about, like, if this deck is hypothetically the fastest deck in the format, like, I don't think it's that much faster than just mono red. And I think the power of a deck like this comes based on its speed. So, like, why not just play the one that's a little bit more resilient and a little bit slower? I don't think so. Go look at the Invitational Top 8. Like, that was Modern at its finest. All 7 matches were roughly 80-20. Modern has more 80-20 matches than anything. But like when you play mono red versus blue white in this format, like that's probably somewhere in the area of 70 to 80-20 in mono red's favor. Like there's a lot of 80-20 matches in every format. We keep drawing these hands too, to where like we just draw a bunch of like medium creatures on the draw and no burn spells, and these medium creatures aren't going to do much. Extracting the matchup data on Moto means absolutely nothing because it doesn't take into account player skill. Like, if a bad player loses a match, it doesn't mean the matchup's not, 80-20 or whatever. It just means bad players can't play the deck. It's like blue-white approach versus the teamer season. If you looked up the data, like blue-white approach was, and these, I'm just throwing numbers off the top of my head, like I don't remember the actual numbers, but it was something like blue-white approach was like 70% in game 1, or like 65% in game 1, and like 45% in game 2 and 3. But like on this stream alone, we played over 350 live matches with blue-white approach, and we were over 70%. We were 73 per matchup percenter, just like something crazy. Like numbers mean more than what they say. Like play skill matters. It's like Matthew Folks. If you go watch Matthew Folks, it looks like he wins 65 to 75% of his matches with every single deck he plays. Is that because he always chooses the correct deck, or is that just because his play skill is considerably better than the people he's playing versus? I mean, it's clearly B. Like, he is just better than everyone he's playing versus, and the results show that. Well, not everyone, but we're talking about, like, hundreds of people. He's better than 90% plus of them. Right. But what I'm saying is, I don't think matchup percentages can be truly evaluated unless you're talking about people who have a high degree of play skill. Like, I think having a high degree of play skill is exceptionally relevant when determining those matchups. Like you, for example. You just said you're playing this deck and you're doing pretty good with it. So, are you that much, I mean, like all of my 7 losses today are going to count against this deck when people are calculating this deck's odds or percentages. Is that fair to this deck because I'm playing a bad build of it or whatever? Or that I'm playing it poorly, like Dim Sum said? Like, that's how those stats get dropped so much, because people like me. Like, I've literally lost 7 matches of this deck tonight, and there's hundreds of people like me who don't understand the match or haven't tested the match and so on and so forth. So this is kind of a tilt. It's also not that great for him, but like, it's still kind of a tilt. I just want to throw all of this at his head. I guess throwing 1 damage over here, well, it's technically 4 more damage, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and putting him at 6 doesn't matter. I don't know. I just think when evaluating what a deck's actual matchup percentage is, it requires 2 people that are both skilled with the deck playing versus each other. That's why Magic professionals spend a lot of their time, like Eureka or whatever, and Channel Fireball will go like getting a house together. If there wasn't a big benefit to playing versus people with a large amount of play skill, they would just play 100% of their matches on Moto. There would be no significance not to. I want to go ahead and get this extra point of damage this turn. I think it's worth it because it's going to drop him down to 2, which means any burn spell can win now. Sweet. We knew we were drawing Flame of Keld, but that's beside the point. I think I want these. I have no idea really what's in our opponent's deck. I guess he had to downtick on Teferi, but the second day he downticked on Teferi, I was like, this looks really, really good for me. Oh, I gotta tell my opponent I'm 0-3 or whatever. Hold on for a second. Yo, homie. Alright, so we'll keep this hand. I know it's Esper. I know it's Esper history, but like, I don't remember like I don't know if they're playing Spear Harvester and things like that. I assume he's just playing the build that we did the other night on stream because like people on Moto these days don't seem like they want to do anything but copy exact 75s. I think I deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. I didn't like it. But I don't know. What the hell is this? Oh, apparently it's Mana Traders. Go delete that. So we don't want to knock an opponent out of a prize, so just letting him know that we're playing the match, you know, for the stream, YouTube and all that, and not to scoop if we do get in a spot where we're going to win. I think I'd rather play this than deal damage. That's fair. That's fair. But I'm only playing for the stream. I wouldn't even be playing this deck if it wasn't specifically to be trying things for the stream. So I have a good excuse. Like people requested this deck, so I'll give it a try. I was asked to play this deck. Almost every deck that I play on stream is a direct request. Like, this is day 330 something in a row. There's 25 more days to make it a full year. And at some point, or at some point along the line, the burnout factor got into the mix, and I stopped trying to win, and now I just play what people suggest that I play. Let's play whatever people ask now. Within reason. I mean, somebody gives me 60 forests, I'm not going to play it. No, homie Karizev, we miss you. I kind of want to throw the Wizard's Lightning at them. For the simple fact that if I draw... I can't play them all. I said within reason. You go off the chain sometimes. I'm playing the Wizard's Lightning because if I draw a land, I can just play both my spells. And I really just want to play both my spells. I play a lot of the decks you do suggest too, though, don't I, Corey? We've definitely played some wild ones that you've given me. It'd be really nice if they didn't have Teferi, but if they did have Teferi, it would just die, so that'd be okay. No, don't kill our Flame of Keld. That's our little bro. We did attempt to tune one of these before. Did not get very far in the process, but... I have not saw that list. Homie. Can't believe you took our Flame of Keld. We were going to win with this thing. Did we draw a third Karizev? Ha! You missed a land drop though, so there's a good chance that all of those are either lands and or 5-drops. A 3-mana 2/2 that sacks to make red. I have no idea what First Eruption is. We have no Hazard in our deck, Pika. There's not a Hazard in our deck. Alright, so we're going to concede to the opponent because we don't want to knock him out of prizes or whatever. Oh, shoot. I have to do it like this. And then we'll go on to the next round. But unfortunately, this is our deck list. No Hazard. I basically kept playing out lands in case there was some way that we could eternalize this later. I could have held the exact last land, but I really wanted to be able to I really wanted the opportunity to eternalize this if it come to it. So holding the last land would have been reasonable, but I definitely wanted to minimum play the 5th. It's got Ramian App Excavator. That's a fun card. Man, Haphazard Bombardment's got a lot of words on it. I don't know if I'm willing to read this many words. Destroy them at random? That card's weird. I'll favorite that deck list. We might get around to that one someday. Again, because we have no chance to be able to get prize support whatsoever, we'll go ahead and tell our opponent we're going to concede to them if we win a game. I don't want to knock somebody else out of prize support when we're unable to get prize support. But we're theoretically 1-3 in this league, and we went, what, 1-4 in the last league, I think? So we're like, what, 2-7 with this deck or something? We're kind of getting mauled. We did have a spree of games where we hit like a 1-lander, a 4-lander, a 4-lander, a 4-lander, a 4-lander, a 1-lander, a 4-lander, and a 0-lander in like back-to-back 7 draws. And like all of those draws are like between... or like 16% or lower to hit, and we hit 7 in a row, 7 or 8 in a row. We might have actually got to play a game before that 0, but we at least hit the 7, the 1, then the 4 4s, then the 1, then a 5th 4. We at least hit those 7 in a row. It supposedly beats red decks. That's all I've been told over and over and over, that it beats red decks. But we're like 0-3 versus red decks. Or like something insane. Hey, I think you were just our opponent. It's not a budget constraint. We didn't build this deck. This is the red deck that top 4'd the Grand Prix. So we're just trying the Grand Prix list. You would have to ask the man who built the deck whether like he had a budget concern or not. I have no idea. I can't tell you that, but this is the top 4 from the Grand Prix Copenhagen list. I should have played Fanatical Firebrand. I was kind of wanting to hold it. I'm just going to let him play whatever he wants. If he's playing a snake deck, then I don't really care about the elves. If he untaps and plays Still Leaf Stompy, then obviously I feel like a fool. I said elf deck, but I meant snake deck. Yeah, if he's like playing this, I don't care so much that that survived. And if he was playing a Stompy deck, there was a good chance that I felt foolish. Yeah, you get a playmat and stuff. Some people don't care a whole lot about money. They care about having fun. But to do top forward, I assume it was an active decision by him. But I don't know. That could be true. I have no idea. No, don't kill our bro. You're still at like 1,000,000. Okay, sweet. We get the attack still. Is it ever okay to kill this when he just like didn't play anything that turn? We know he has another Llanowar Elf in his hand though, so like that feels kind of bad. Alright. I just didn't want him to like untap and play a Gear Hulk. We kind of can't beat Gear Hulks. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we have to draw Flame of Keld or we're dead. Did we mulligan to 5 or 4? I don't remember. I think we mulligan to 5 on the play. And it just got wrecked. He's got to tap a green mana. If he plays Gear Hulk, we have no outs. There's no Abrades in our main deck, and we can't draw enough burn spells to deal 9 damage to him before he can close, and blocking gets us nowhere. So we're going to bring in these. We're going to bring in these. I'm going to get rid of shock. Or not shocks. I'm going to get rid of firebrands. I'm going to dump a couple of shocks on the play. Just going to dump all the shocks. Shocks can kill the snakes, but only if we have a Soulscar Mage. Yeah, it really feels like it's all in on Flame of Keld, which is odd because there's only 3 Flame of Kelds. But if you've heard game after game after game, I've said, we need to draw Flame of Keld. We need to draw Flame of Keld. Like, we need to draw Flame of Keld. So only having 3 of these feels pretty awkward. Like, if I was reconstructing this deck, I would probably start by cutting these, and bringing in 2 mountains for the scavenging grounds and like 4 chain whirlers for the other thing. And I've already forgotten the deck list, but I'd want to go up to like 22 lands. Probably a 4th flame. Alright, well we can't keep that hand either. Sure, we'll keep it. We have a scry. I wouldn't keep this hand without a scry. Like if this was a 7 card with just another spell and no scry, I would mulligan, but I'm willing to keep it with a scry. I just don't think that works, though, is the problem. Like, that's probably what this guy designed, but I think Flame of Keld's probably better as like a turn 5 spell or a turn 4 spell. I'm not even sure that I just don't want Hazards in the deck. Alright, well, I'm willing to play this one. Again, not super worried about killing Elf. Elf doesn't really power into anything. Like, if he casts a Jade Light Ranger or whatever, like, I don't care too much. If he casts Thrashing Brontodon, I'd be a little sad, but a lot of these lists don't play Brontodon. Just want to push damage. We have technically 9 points of burn in our hand. I don't know if we're going to have enough turn to play them, but we're going to try. Kind of just like going face, face, face here a lot. And hoping that it's quick enough. I assume it's not. There is no whirlers in this deck. It's only 20 lands and it only has 18 mountains. Which is one of the things I consider a massive deck building error for the deck. It kind of blows my mind that it just has those things. So what's the best draw for us now? It's just Mountain, right? Mountain has to just be the best draw. And he hit a Gearhulk and we know he has no land, so that sucks. Not a Mountain, so that's pretty bad for us because we have to live a minimum of 2 more turns, and I'm not sure we can. And like that's the core minimum. Yeah, like I said, if I was going to rebuild the deck, I'm pretty sure I would start with 4 whirlers and 2 more lands, and all 22 lands be mountains. That would be where I start. He has a land, right? Knew he had a land. So I guess now we just try to block and hope we can throw burn spells? Oh, wow. Well, if we draw a mountain, I think we now have time to win. Assuming he doesn't have double Gearhulk. If he has double Gearhulk, we can't win. With just a mountain. Weird. Well, I'm wanting to throw burn at his face. The problem is I can only cast 1 burn spell in my entire hand. Land? Alright, if we get to untap and the board doesn't change, we win. That's fair. He's drawing a Chupacabra now, though, so the wizard wouldn't have been enough, but it would have let us deal 3 damage. So he's got a Chupacabra and a Virtus Gearhulk that we know about. Wonder why he's not playing the Gearhulk that we physically saw. Is he gonna play like Life Goes On or something ridiculous? No. Looks like he's going to go to 1 point of damage and contempt his own thing. And then we're dead on board. Because we know he has a Gearhulk. Well, I guess I misplayed then. Oh, wait, what the hell just happened? Oh, okay, sure, he went to 1, gained 2 life. Alright, I'm a moron. I'm a moron. Ignore me. Ignore everything I just said because I wasn't paying much attention. He had to pay the 2. He didn't have any land, any energy for the Ever Hub, I guess. Alright. So he didn't have any energy for the Ever Hub. So tell our opponent the same thing we told the last opponent. I'm just gonna resubmit it. Yeah, I wasn't not paying enough attention at all there. For some reason, I thought opponent was going to be at 1 at the end. Opponent was not at 1, so feels great. And there's just no reason to knock somebody out of prize support. Like it costs like theoretically or hypothetically $12 for every event, and just doesn't feel any reason at all to like take that away from people, especially when we have no chance. I'm not tilted at all. Like, we went 1-4 in the first league, and we're theoretically 1-3 in this league, but we scooped to somebody. So it just doesn't seem like any reason to be a jerk and like just like knock somebody out of prize support or anything. I guess that's technically not being a jerk. I shouldn't phrase it like that. People want to do something like that, it's fine. I guess Wizards of the Coast does it every day since Wizards of the Coast employees cannot get prize support. Neither can Hasbro employees, I don't think. I could be wrong about the Hasbro. I don't think they can. Oh wow, our opponent seems to be unfortunate with his draws. As our friend Joshua would say, Phil's John's Goodman. Or John Goodsman, I think's what he says. Yeah. Uh-oh. But homie opponent, I felt so good a second ago. Why you make me so sad? I don't know which one of these I want to kill more. I think I want to kill this one more. I could have been wrong, actually. No, not blossoming defense. Alright, we have no outs if he has a blossoming defense. Just none. Rip. Thought we were in good shape. I was wrong. We're just dead. So he can like Gear Hulk and kill Chandra and everything here. He's still like at 20. Even if we draw like a Kari Zev, we're not really doing any damage to him. If I minus Chandra, he can kill the entire board. That's fun. Hey, these cards don't do anything. I'm sequencing this kind of weird to see if I can bait them into using the card that there's no chance they're going to use. Suppose I could sack the Beaumont Courier and look for a blocker. Close? Alright, so my favorite thing to say, we have no chance unless we draw a Flame of Keld. We're just daubs if we don't draw. We're probably daubs anyway, but like that would be our one narrow outside chance. I don't think we can actually live 2 turns. And we didn't draw it anyway, so I'm not going to play around the second Blossoming Defense. If they just have it, they have it. We're losing to mono 5-drop artifacts in our deck with 4 Braids that's trying to play a short game. If they want to save this, they have to crew this. Guess I could have threw a Wizard's Lightning at this when they had the triggers on the stack, so that was just me being bad. I don't know if it affected the game at all, but like it was definitely me being bad. Like I probably should have just tried to kill this. Legitimately don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it mattered. Alright, well, anyway, we got smashed. Feels good. Let's punish ourselves and buy a couple chests. Everybody likes watching chests get opened. This is my punishment for scrubbing so bad. I'm gonna open at least 2 treasure chests for the pure tilt value. We're up to 36 viewers. Apparently people like watching me just get smashed. Oh, apparently I already own a chest too. That was from yesterday when I was too lazy to sell it, I guess. Alright. So the deck we played tonight did not feel great. You gotta punish yourself when you do like horrible, right? We went 1-9 tonight. So this is our attrition. Cool. We got one of these cards that I never want to shuffle again. So this is our attrition. And a Visions from Beyond and some other bulky thing. We're almost below 5,000 play points again. But yeah, did not love this deck at all. I think it was pretty significantly built badly in my eyes. Just do not think this deck was built good. Yeah, we're about back down in the 5K range. Wow, there is nobody I watch streaming right now. No wonder so many people are watching me. I guess Thundermo's technically streaming, but he's streaming Arena, and Arena's the suck. Everybody else seems to be streaming like Vintage Cube or Modern or something. Is there really nobody playing Standard for me to host? There's not one person playing Standard, is there? Not one person playing Standard. I'm definitely going to go to bed. I played several green-white mid-range videos on my YouTube channel. If you want to watch any of them, you can click the links below We played Zachary Klein's. I may have pronounced that wrong. We played Craig Wesco's 2 or 3 times. And then we played the Brazilian green-white night list too. So there's at least 4 green-white lists or green-white mid-range decks up on my YouTube since Dominaria's played. At least 4. Alright, well it looks like nobody's playing standard, so... We'll host the one dude just playing non-MTG Arena Constructed. But anyway, as usual, thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you, Buttons, for the big host. Thank you guys for the comments and all of that. Keep in mind, I'm doing that 365-day challenge. We're currently, you know, I don't know. We have 25 more days, I think, to complete it. So we do stream every single day, usually about this time, but sometimes real life things occur and it's not exactly this time. We typically only play 1 league. We need to play some MTG Arena. We haven't played that in a while. But anyway, have no idea what we'll play tomorrow. We might try to win tomorrow because we've lost the last 2 or 3 days in a row. So we may play something like blue-black mid-range or just like maybe a better mono-red list or maybe red-black, maybe blue-white approach. People like my blue-white approach gameplay. Not actually sure. It'll be kind of mood-dependent depending on how I feel and what's going on. But keep in mind, you can follow my Twitter below if you care, where you can see every time we go live all the deck lists we play. You can always type !deck list if you're in the chat. And if you're onto YouTube, there's a link to the deck list in every description and a link to the Twitter chat. And in like the next 5 minutes or whatever, there'll be some new YouTube video going up. I don't know what it is. I legitimately do not know what it is. It is... Let's go look. It is a Green White Nights video going up. I think we got mauled in that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you guys again for the hosts and for the follows. Take care, everybody. And also, thank Corey Coolcat for all of the wonderful graphics you see on our channel. He's available for work. Just send him a message. He's responsible for, you know, our emote, our overlay, just everything that's pretty on this channel. Anyway, take care, everybody, and thanks again for stopping by.